Middles, the pasyente. Well, I'm a doctor, so I'm involved with patients. And whenever we do procedures or probably requests for lab exams, we need the needle. So needle patients.
In the past 20 years, Dr. Evans Ong has served as the head surgeon of the gastroenterology department of one of the country's top hospitals, the Metropolitan Medical Center. Today, he will share his experiences in his profession and his advocacy.
As a kid, I was actually dreaming of becoming a pilot so that I can go places. And later on, I was thinking of becoming a veterinary doctor, but I was convinced to become a medical doctor instead. Because the argument then was, if I'm a vet, I cannot cure humans. If I'm a doctor of humans, then I probably could cure animals also. On being a CHInoy doctor, well, I am staying here in Chinatown. This is not really a Chinese hospital, but maybe half of the patients here are Chinese. Being able to speak the dialect would have a great advantage, especially when it comes to older patients, because most of them cannot speak the local dialect, right? I am a gastroenterologist, and that means I am involved with disorders of the gastrointestinal tract. That means anything from the mouth down to the rectum, and also involving liver and the pancreas. Endoscopy, that means you take a look inside the human body using flexible instruments. 1980s, older doctors started with flexible instruments because before that, most of them are rigid instruments. At the moment, we have this Philippine Society of Digestive Endoscopy consisting of about 300 certified endoscopies. And unfortunately, most of them are concentrated here in Metro Manila. Therapeutic endoscopy now has become a standard type of care. So when I say therapeutic tool, that means we see something, we try to do some therapeutic maneuvers. So for example, if you have a patient with gastrointestinal bleeding, maybe from ulcers or for tumor, then we try to control the bleeding. That is the non-surgical way. If you have between stones, then kami na bahala doon. We can remove those stones through endoscopy. I think with most of the problems here in the country would be the limited resources. I think we have enough talent here to do a lot of procedures and therapeutic procedures especially, but we don't have the necessary hardware. The trainees, sometimes they need to go abroad for extra exposure. We have to concentrate on the younger ones, because in the future these are the ones that would take over from us. Such that if you are going to teach somebody, you expect them to be maybe 5 years after graduation, they would still need you, they would go after you for their problems, medically, of course. But within 10 years of their graduation, they should be almost as good as you, because they gained experience. And after maybe 15, 20 years, they are expected to be better than the trainers. I am already 20 years in the practice of gastroenterology and endoscopy, and I think there will be some people who should be acknowledged for being responsible for making me what I am right now. So maybe I can start with Dr. Helen Ong. She's not a relative, but she's the first mentor in gastroenterology when I was still a resident. Well, she provided the support and the inspiration.
Now let's begin with Philippine Cheng Kwang's team observe problems.
First problem is ambience. The company's inner structure is neat and clean, but its atmosphere and mood might be. Secondly, next problem is lack of innovation in terms of technology. Since we are already in the computer age, we should also improve the ways of our living and the things that surrounds us. The company hasn't improved in terms of technology.
They discovered the following.
Our restaurant started 1888. Unfortunately, in 1983, a big fire destroyed the restaurant, and in 1984, the restaurant was rebuilt into a concrete building. Their specialties are pancit canton, asado, rice toppings, and kikiam.
They came up with the following recommendations.
First recommended solution is renovation for the first floor. The company's wall is plain, so it needs repainting and changing the color of the wall into mint green. Second recommended solution is innovation. It would also give chances for the customers like businessmen, brokers, and employees by adding Wi-Fi, online order, and delivery. And also discount for online order and delivery during Monday to Wednesday.
Now to the grilling.
What I'd like to ask you is that did you ask why do people go to the restaurant? Despite your recommendation, they need to renovate, it's not clean, it's old. Why do people go?
There's many old-timers and they're generation to generation. And they like to go restaurant even though how far the distance is.
Old-timers, but why do they go?
Because of their delicious food.
Primarily for delicious food. Now, if you recommend recommendation, how do you do it in such a way that it won't be threatening to their existing customers?
If we renovate, I think it would not affect the variety of customers because it would more add the variety of customers because since the store is only aiming for the regular customers, since new customers ignored by decorating the company beautiful, it would attract enough the new customers.
What do you think will be some of the important things that you need in a business plan?
To make company successful.
Company profile. What else? This has something to do with your recommendation. That's why I must read that.
Improve the capacity and quality of the company.
That's what they plan.
So how did they think they did?
I think I did my best, but maybe the result will be not good.
Oh, why? What happened?
Because I was so nervous. Because it may be the last chance of my entrepreneurship. So
That's okay. Pero sa tingin nyo ba this time mas na-convince nyo yung judges compared last time?
yes.
Yeah, nice.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Diane Shu. And I'm Tamara Swan. And we're from St. Stephen's High School.
Now let's begin with St. Stephen's team's observed problem.
The problems that we scoped out were that although the food center was more than a century old, it's actually 123 years old. Yeah. It came short on maintaining its market identity and image because it relied heavily on the Chinese old-timers, the people who always go there like ever since. The business does not market itself, like advertise itself, but is often featured in blogs, articles, and newspapers.
They discovered the following.
The new Coho Food Sociato Simple Team was established in 1888. So the former name of New Coho Food Center was Coho Antigua. Actually, they have another branch in Paranaque, but they use the old name, the Coho Antigua. This restaurant has 150 to 160 customers on weekdays and 100 customers on weekends. It specializes in Chinese food with bestsellers such as asado, canton, and lumpia Shanghai. So there are about 63 different menu items, including soup, beef, pork, shrimp, fish, and vegetables.
They came up with the following recommendations.
So as a solution to the problem, we suggest that the owner should reinvent restaurant's image. They should maintain the cleanliness because we saw that the workers are working outside the working area. And we also suggest that the owner should make a little renovation in the first floor. Since Toho is a Chinese restaurant, so the rule does not speak that the restaurant is a Chinese restaurant because it is color violent. Of course, they should develop their market identity, like being known for this kind of specialty. Also, they have this long history dating back to 1888. They can market themselves as a century-old Chinese restaurant. This can be done by emphasizing their history to the public, by putting up facts and pictures relying their long history. They can invite food bloggers and journalists to let them feature their food.
So in addition to the marketing itself using blogs and newspapers, In this age of people using the internet for just about anything, we believe that blogs have a great influence on the choices of their readers, like on products or on food. Yeah. So using this as a tool for marketing may help them be exposed to people outside their target market. And besides the exposure, they can also receive feedback from other people and food enthusiasts.
Now to the grilling.
You presented a really very, very good observation and recommendation. You touched on marketing and reinventing the store. And for high school students like you, that's very good. And I'm sure you'll be good entrepreneur someday, or maybe marketing people. That's all.
You said that they had 150, 160 customers during weekdays and then 100 customers during weekends. Okay. Did you check on the age bracket of the customer? Are they 50s, 60s? What age bracket? Are the old ones or the young ones or whatever? That's very important because as far as present the market plan or whatever, or business plan for them.
So usually they're employees of the banks and customs, so it's about 30.
If that is the case now, is there any other things you would like to add in order for them to knowing this additional information? Knowing that most there are 30s and up, and it's mostly male. So what other things can you add in order to for them to attract more business?
So how did they think they did?
It was very nerve-wracking.
Bakit naman nerve-wracking?
They were a little intimidating.
Mm.
After the 4 teams have done their bit, the judges consider their picks.